So let's chop it up, man. One thing that that you help me on, you know what I mean? Like, let's just say when I see your video, when I see a post, or whatever the case may be, and I'm sure that, you know, you do this for a lot of people, is the fact that you are in a wheelchair, right? And I love the title of your book, you know, Don't Let Your Struggle Become Your Standard. Yeah, become your standard. And you actually live that, you know? Yeah. So like my question to you is, and I think I asked you before, right? So I know that you was like in a depressed state before in your life, right? Like you didn't really want to do much. Like what actually made you want to start speaking? What made you want to start putting yourself out there? Because there's a lot of people out there that are scared to put themselves out there. So like, what can you tell that person that is scared to put themselves out there, that wants to be a speaker, that wants to be a coach, that has so much insight in life, you know, that has that God-given talent, but is scared to open their mouth? What would you tell them? Yeah, man,
absolutely, man. I think everybody has what they need already inside of them, man, to take over, right? And for me, when I was younger, you know, I did suffer with minor depression, a lot of insecurity. You know, my esteem wasn't as high as I would have liked it to be. And I know there's a lot of people out there that can relate to that. And so that's the reason why I wrote the book, Don't Let Your Struggle Become Your Standard. Because I know, I mean, you've been through struggles. We've all been through struggles, right? So I know what it is to like go through a struggle and then also overcome that struggle, though. And believe me when I tell you, Luis, I've been through many struggles, right? And you've been, I mean, we know each other for a long time. You share stories with me, I've shared stories with you. And I know you've overcome, I've overcome, right? We've overcame if we're still here together, right? And we chop it up. And so the reason why I wrote that is because I know that people have what it takes inside of them. I know what it is to feel like useless, worthless, but I also know how it feels to be, you know, to start grinding and put that grit and that hustle and work your way to the top, man. And I attribute a lot of, you know, some of my success, man, has been because of you. Because like you said, iron sharpens iron, man. I've helped you a lot overcome mentally. You've helped me overcome a lot business-wise. You know, I've never owned a business. I didn't know about business. My wife and I just started this company like from an idea, right? We heard a word at a church we were at, and we were just like, hey, we got to start this company.
Amen to that, right?
You know what I'm saying? And then that's why I'm so grateful that I met you, because you've actually helped me to put systems in place. You know, you're always with the grind till
infinity,
baby. And so, you know, just I think that people that are out there that are hurting, that are struggling, that may feel broken, that may have took some hits, that may have lost everything, right? They got to understand that they can start over again. They can build, they can continue to build, continue to climb up, right? Climb out the pit and work their way back up to the top, baby. I mean, and it's just a mindset, man. That's why I coined myself the mindset disruptor, you know what I mean? Because I think that if I can disrupt people's normal ways of thinking, then it can completely change the way they think, the way they look at life, and how they behave, their actions, and the actions that they take in their own lives, man.
I think the biggest thing is what a lot of people are scared to conquer head on is the caring what people think.
Oh man, that's
right.
Huge.
Caring what people think, right? And this is at all levels. I mean, you have influencers that still care what people think. They might not project it, right? Yeah. So I kind of want to talk about that because, you know, I think there's levels to this, right? There's like some people out there that they put themselves out there, but in the background, you know, they're scared to even grab a mic. They're scared to act or whatever it is, but at least they face their fears, right?
Yeah.
So you obviously don't care what people think. Did you care what people thought at one point in your life?
Absolutely, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Not anymore. I used to, for sure, man, because I mean, I think we all at some point of our lives and to some degree worry about what people think about us, what they say about us, how they perceive us, right? And for me, when I was younger, bro, that was like a big thing for me. Like I was always worried about what people were going to think about me, what they were going to say about me because of my wheelchair, my condition, my body was giving up on me, getting weak, and so, you know, and so forth. But I just got to a point in my life, bro, where if I wanted to truly live my life to the fullest, I had to shake that off me, bro.
And when did you shake it off?
It was like not until like my late 20s, bro. It took me a couple years, you know. Wow. And for some people it happens quick, and for some people it takes longer than they would like, right? But for me, it was like late 20s, early 30s, and I was just like sick and tired of being sick and tired, bro. Like, you know what that feels like when you just tired, like you just wake up.
The breaking point. The breaking point.
Like, yo, like what? There got to be something else to life than just this. You know what I'm saying? And so once I understood that and I realized that, bro, it was a game changer.
Now,
bro.
Did you realize that before you met your wife, or did you realize that and then met your wife?
No, I realized that after I met my wife.
Oh, wow. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I actually met my wife while I was working at a job that I really didn't want to work at.
Oh, wow.
So we met at, you know, we met at the workplace, and
love at first sight.
It wasn't a love at first sight. But I was like,
Don't
she
get
looked
woke,
good at
right?
first sight.
Yeah, I got you.
But man, I'm telling you, my wife is absolutely incredible. I
she
definitely
is.
wouldn't be able to be doing what I'm doing without her, man, because I mean, you know, we could dig deep, man. Like, people wake up in the morning, they put their 2 feet on the floor, they go to the bathroom, they don't even think about that process.
Correct.
I get up, my wife has to get up, she got to get me dressed in the bed, she got to bear hug me, lift me up, put me in the wheelchair, put me in the shower. If I got to use the toilet, and it's like, if she wasn't around, who would do it?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, she's my why, bro. I wake up every morning
awesome.
because of her. But you know, that's what people need to understand, bro. It's like when you surround yourself with a team, right? Like me and you, we brothers, man. We met as friends. We got introduced by a mutual friend of ours,
Correct.
Daniel, right? Shout out Daniel. But and look at that was like about
we met at the Les Brown event.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
And you introduced me to Daniel. My bad, I got that wrong.
That's all good.
But
I was like, where'd you have meet him?
Les Brown event.
You know what's funny?
And bro,
I remember when I
how long
first
ago
saw
was that,
you.
bro? That was like
5 years ago?
5 years ago,
5
bro.
years ago.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I remember when I first saw you. I remember. I mean, bro, you're in a wheelchair. You're the big wheelchair, right? You know what I'm saying? You can't miss. That's like, you know what's funny? Your what they call your disadvantage is actually an advantage.
Absolutely.
Have you ever seen the movie? There's a movie, Slumdog Millionaire. Is that the one where the kid, right? Like there was like this famous guy or something like that was like flying in a helicopter, and they ended up locking this guy in a porta potty, and he ends up like going inside the toilet, and you know he's like, you know, obviously in there with the feces and all crazy stuff, and he gets out and he smells, and like this whole crowd is like, you know, trying to take pictures with this famous guy, and because he was covered in feces, everybody got out of his way, and then he was able to, you know, meet the celebrity or whatever exactly he wanted to do. Like, I kind of like look at that as life, but like, you know, when I said when it's like your struggle, say it again, bro.
Don't let your struggle become your standard.
For some reason I have trouble with that. You know what I mean? I don't like saying it. Don't let your struggle become your standard. It's like this wheelchair, believe it or not, can get you in that first seat.
Absolutely.
This wheelchair, like it's all perspective.
Yeah.
Right? It's all perspective. You could be like, oh man, I gotta go like to the handicap section. But the truth is like, man, I'm going to the handicap section. I'm gonna be right next to that celebrity at the Grammys.
That's right.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
but it's all perspective, because you could be next to that person, you know, that important person or whoever it is that's doing their thing, that maybe if you guys connect, you guys can collaborate or whatever the case may be. But if you don't see that perspective, then it's not going to happen for you.
Absolutely.
Because you're obviously coming, you know, with a different type of projection. Now, has anything ever happened like that? Like because of your wheelchair, you know what I mean? Like you were able to, no,
100%, bro. I think that a lot of times in life, people that have, you know, a similar disability or any other disability, they may look at it as a disadvantage, and then other people may look at them as a disadvantage. But for me, bro, the wheelchair, when I go to Disney, I'm first in line. They zooming me through the line.
I gotta roll with you.
This is like my little free pass.
We gotta go to Disney.
But you know, like it's basically wherever I go. When I fly across the nation, they always upgrade me to the front, to the spot with the extra leg room, or even first class. You know, when I go to different events, they're putting me up front. You know what I mean? So it does have its advantages. You know what I'm saying? But even if that wasn't the case, like even if I didn't get those extra little advantages, bro, once I learned how to turn my pain into my platform, like, bro, this wheelchair is my platform. Like, when I get up, and even when I'm not going on speak on stages, this is my stage. Every day I get up and get into this chair, I'm on stage. Because people are watching, people are looking, people are asking questions, people are smiling, they're curious. They want to know, like, how does that dude smile and he's in a wheelchair?
Correct.
And I'm over here and my knee hurts and I can't even smile.
You want to know what's crazy, man? The hospital has always been the most peaceful place for me. Because I'm always going. And for some reason, I either, like, let's just say, you know, 5 years pass, I get injured, or, you know, I break, you know, tore my bicep, whatever the case may be. And I find myself in the hospital for like 3-4 days, 5 days, going to surgery, whatever the case may be. And it's peaceful, right? Now, the hospital for a lot of people is not so peaceful, right? A lot of people don't like going to the hospital because it has a negative attachment. Now, what can you actually say to that person that maybe had an accident right now, right? They just had an accident. Maybe their leg just got amputated. You know, now they're in their wheelchair. You know, they don't know what to do. They've been walking for 20 years like yourself or whatever the case may be, and now they're stuck.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to that person?
Man, I would tell them, that the buck doesn't stop there. Get ready, because you're about to enter into a new life. Sometimes we'll look at a situation like that and look at it like death, right?
Correct.
Like it's decay, like life is over, there's no hope, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. But again, it's all like you said, it's a matter of perception. You can look at that situation and be like, man, I get to start a whole new life. Learning, growing, struggling, challenges, adversity, but that is what makes us who we are, man. That is what builds our character. That's what builds, our integrity and the way that we interact with people, because now our old life is back there. Now we have to enter into a new life with a new situation.
Now, what are they thinking currently right now? So like that's the, all right, get up, make it happen,
That's
see
right.
a different perspective. I get that. But I want to dive deep, like what are those emotions like right now? Like I want to, whoever's listening to this, I want them to hear their emotions that they're currently going through.
Absolutely.
Because I want you to, I want them to know that you can relate.
You want me to disrupt
Absolutely.
their mind? Absolutely. Yeah, no, so they're probably thinking that their life is over. They're probably feeling disqualified. They're probably feeling broken. They're probably feeling useless. It's almost like, when you get a package from Amazon or UPS or whatever, and you open the package and it's like, oh man, this thing is cracked. Return to sender.
Yeah.
They probably, you know what I'm saying? They're probably like, man,
Damn.
That's it. My life is done. Nobody's gonna
Yeah.
want to deal with me. Nobody's gonna want to purchase what I have to offer. Like this is like damaged goods. And I understand that. They probably feel like, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to do anything great. I'm not gonna have kids. Nobody's gonna love me like this. I'm not gonna find, like, these are all the emotions and thoughts that I used to have running through my mind, man. And again, I wanna just let that person know that hope is alive and well, man. I'm a testament of that. I'm here today because I know what you're going through. I know the feelings that you had. I know the vision and the dreams that you once had, they probably went down the drain. Because you're thinking like, this is my new norm, right? Even with this whole coronavirus, people are like, oh, I can't wait for things to go back to normal. And I'm always like, really? Because normal for a lot of people was mediocrity. Normal for a lot of people is average. So are you that excited to go back to normal?
Yeah, now you're spending actually more time with your family, your loved ones.
Building a business,
Correct.
starting that side hustle,
Correct.
writing that book. Starting that podcast, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's just all a matter of perception, man, and perspective. And if you can put everything into the right perspective, that's going to give you a new perception of the new life that you got to live. Love you, my dude.
Love you too, bro.
Appreciate you.
Peace.
Peace out.